Diva Live. I should have made it Diva Live again tonight, but I just don't have the heart to do it to dig in 2 weeks in a row. Maybe next week. Anyway, we've had a very busy week. We are packing. This will be the last time I do the show from this house, so next week you guys will see a different background, and it won't be as messy, and yeah, full boxes and stuff. So anyway, we haven't really done a whole lot in the last week with moving and packing, so team's been kind of quiet. We're hoping once we get settled, we'll be out investigating some more and doing some stuff. We've got a huge thing coming up in April, and we've got a whole lot of other stuff going on. So you guys stay tuned. As soon as I can catch my breath after moving, we're going to be up and running. I guarantee you that. Anyway, so tonight on the show, we have Stacy White back. We always have fun every time Stacy's on. So you guys, if you're logging in and you're watching the show, it's my understanding with the new chat room that you have to scroll down underneath the screen to join us in the chat room. And I'm going to be looking in the chat room for questions for Stacy tonight. Now, you can also call in, and you know what? I forgot to write the number down in front of me. I've been pasting all over Facebook, so if you didn't get it, too bad. You're going to have to ask in the chat room. I'm so bad tonight. Anyway, Stacy, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. How you guys doing?
God, you know, it's been like forever, it seems like, since I had you on it. It hadn't been that long.
I'm thinking it was October or November.
I was going to say, it was like before Thanksgiving. It was before Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, why is Eric's picture a dog's nose, and why aren't we seeing his face? What's up with that?
Because we're the only ones that get to see that.
Oh, okay, yay.
Isn't that funny? We should put that one up. I think that would be
funny. Have a bat in the cave?
We need some different dog faces one night. That's what we should do. It'd be so funny.
Yeah. See, he should have done bulldog tonight since I'm the bulldog owner.
I was going to say, you know, Stacy's trying to get rid of a bulldog if anybody for one.
Yeah, he's a miniature, and he's a little spitfire. He's going to give me a nervous breakdown.
Well, you know, you saw my picture of Bishop, what was it, 2 days ago? No, Mom, I haven't been digging outside, and he's got black all over his nose.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like,
He's finally, where is he? Oh, he's laying down behind me. He's finally getting in that puppy stage where he's into everything. He's learned how to open our bedroom door, and he had Deegan's shoe out in the backyard today.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he about died over that one.
Yeah, Holly's been a nightmare. She is not liking the puppy walling her to death. She went downstairs last night and pooped all over the floor.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, really? It's got to stop.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you can only handle so much, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That is so crazy. Crazy. What have you been up to? I mean, you've got a lot of stuff going on still with Mid-Ohio Mediums and all that stuff.
It's been really, really busy. I've done 6 readings in the last week.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just had a lady call. We actually booked 5 readings. That's for one day. So that's going to be a busy day. I'm trying to expand a little bit with Mid-Ohio Ghost Adventurers, do some more ghost hunting. Planning a trip to Texas in April. So I'm hoping that works out so that I can still get down there. And
we're going to have too much fun when you get down here.
It's going to be something else, I'm telling you. And I'm trying to expand my horizons a little bit into a couple more areas. I'm looking at doing some life coaching courses as well. Because I tap into that with my readings sometimes with some clients. It wouldn't seem like it, but you have clients that'll call and be like, okay, I need some direction. Where am I going with my life? I've had this major upheaval. And some people are kind of lost sometimes and in kind of emotional turmoil. So, you know, I help with the mediumship of it and the reading part of it, but I also kind of help give them some motivation to keep them going.
You almost have to be a counselor and a PhD to be a medium.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you told me that before, and I've had lots of clients say, you should be a counselor.
Oh. Well, I know you counsel me plenty offline.
What?
Said you counsel me plenty offline.
Yeah, I do that with a lot of people. So, and I feel kind of weird, like, having clients that call me for that stuff and use their reading times for that.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just like, hey, whatever.
If that works. Whatever. If they get
like, you know, if that's what they want to talk about, then that's what we have to talk about. You know, it's their deal.
So have you seen, like, you know, we had the super moon not too long ago, and we're kind of getting a full moon out here tonight. I think it'll be fuller tomorrow. Do you think that you get readings more when the full moon's out and things are crazy?
Not so much more readings. I just get more people bugging me. So, between the spirit world and the living world, yeah.
Yeah.
I get a lot of crazy stuff. Like, people will message me and seriously ask for, like, free readings. No, they won't go, okay, give me a free reading. They'll be like, hey, can you tell me this? Okay, well, what about this? And, hey, what about that? And it's like, it never stops. And then I'd be like, you want to book a reading? Oh, I'll do that later. Or then they'll say, after I tell them something, well, how did you get that answer? What made you say that?
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. Did you miss the fact, the sign on the wall there that said psychic medium, and you came in to pay for your reading? Yeah. It's like, wow.
That's hilarious. Well, and aren't we in Mercury retrograde still, like to the end of the month or something like that? So I'm sure we got a lot of crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah. I have a girl I'm training. She's a medium in training, and she's really good. And she's been having a lot of really crazy stuff. She had me over at the house the other day, and she's like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what I'm seeing. And I'd walked through her house before. And I really feel like it's this Mercury in retrograde. I feel like it's this black moon shifting everything, because there's a major shift going on since this black moon. And some people are being affected in a positive way, and some are being affected in a negative way. There's really no in between. You're either completely Lulu.
It's one or the other.
Oh, yeah. Oh my, it's been coming strong at me. And I'm just like, oh my. But it started for me back at the end of December when I got sick. Where I was sick for a month.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought you were never going to get better.
Oh my God.
And
I'm so bombarded with spirits. It's like, oh my gosh, people. I felt like I was on my deathbed and all my relatives were coming.
You're like, time out, stop.
Yeah.
Check yourself at the door.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. I sat up one night, coughing, couldn't breathe, and I'm leaning over, and something just told me to look up, and there's this dude standing at the end of my bed. And his head's bowed. And I just say to him, dude, I am so sick. I am sorry I can't help you right now. And I have never experienced anything like this before, ever. And he looks at me and he says, I'm not here for you to help me. I'm here to help you.
Oh, wow.
I just looked at him like he had 3 heads. And he goes, I'm here to pray for you if that's okay. And he bowed his head and prayed. And I went to sleep. It was completely fine. But it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, because normally they want to talk to you. They don't want to do something for you. They want you to do something for them.
But it was 2 days before that I had the boy with the medicine box. If you remember that story.
Yes.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Like, you guys, are y'all trying to tell me I need to hurry and get back to work or what?
Well, I just took it. What everybody was telling me, and I had never experienced it before, is that these spirits, they attach themselves to you once you help them. And so they come to protect you and help you. It's like they become very protective. And my house was full. I had uncooked stuff in my kitchen.
Like, no guest. If I didn't invite you, don't come in the house. If you're not bringing me something to eat.
Yeah, they were making some chicken noodle soup and some liniment or something. I'm like, okay.
Need some NyQuil from the corner store, something useful. Got some food or something.
Could you hog tie the kids in the basement so I can have 5 minutes apiece?
Yeah, or could you just keep them at school? Could you just
shoot?
Can you drop them off?
They've been there like 5 days in the last 2 months.
Oh my gosh! Have y'all been having that crazy weather up there?
Yeah, horrible. It was minus 2 degrees yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was really, really cold, and we still have the 7 inches of snow on the ground that came down a week ago. It is not melting. We had freezing rain afterwards, so the top layer is ice. So getting that off your driveway is like next to impossible.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, we always get the ice here. We finally got a little bit of snow, but it was only like maybe an inch that didn't really accumulate. And then it melted and then it froze into that lovely ice that we Texans just love.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my downspouts have ice coming out of them. And I'm like, this is nice.
Like,
So I told Scott, so we got to get the garage cleaned out so I can get my car in there so I can actually get in and out of my car without falling on the ice.
Well, Well, and then hope that you can get your car out of the garage after that, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh,
Well, thank God for four-wheel drive.
I tell you what, I keep telling everybody, I'm like, you know what, it's mid-February. We have until the end of February to still have this crazy weather here in Texas. And then we're going to have, March, and it might be a little nice, and then April will be bitching about the heat.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's going to be a bad summer. But I was told the Farmer's Almanac says we're having a huge snowstorm the end of February.
Really?
Yeah, a huge one. Worse than what we've had so far.
I believe that looking at all the weather here lately, especially up on the coast.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's crazy. Like Atlanta's got hit really hard today, too. So
it's almost like, I'm like, what's going on with global warming? We get, where we are in Dallas, we get a lot of the snowy ice, wintry crap. But when they get it in Austin and Houston and we don't, there's just something wrong with that.
Yeah, something, like my husband says, there's no such thing as global warming. It's a crock. But
I think the Earth's just falling apart. You know how that goes.
Yeah, well, I think it's all Obama's fault. Gotta blame somebody. Why not, Well, everything else is his fault. Apparently we don't impeach him for anything else, so let's blame the weather on him.
You know what? We might as well. See if you can do something about that.
Yeah.
Right? Rolling my eyes.
Get on that.
Grief. So let's see here. I have nobody Freak's in the chat room. Give a shout out to Freak. We haven't seen Freak in the chat room in a while.
Hello.
They're blaming the weather on Freak.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Freak. That's what happens when you don't come in the chat room for a while. You get blamed for all the weather.
Yeah.
She's not answering yet, so she's probably over there trying to think of something witty to come back with. Good grief. Well, I wanted to tell you, you did my reading, and I don't remember, it's been so long since we talked about it on the air, but we had talked about the reading you did for me way back at the beginning of my whole house thing. And I wanted to tell you, I've been meaning to send you a picture of it. I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, I've been dying to see it.
The new place is a yellow house with it wasn't quite an apron sink like we were thinking, but it's a big sink with a window that overlooks a huge backyard.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, damn you, Stacy. So I'll have to send you
first.
And it's 2-story.
Oh, yeah, I said that too.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, all right, I got you. This is the one.
Yep.
So I'm excited about it. We got everything settled. I got all my utilities transferred over today. I got a nice little special on Time Warner because they're now doing they do security systems now. So instead of me having to bring my security system from here, I tied it into Time Warner and they gave me an awesome deal. So I was like, this is all working out pretty good.
Yeah, I used to work for them before they got the security. I have ADT, but anywho.
Yeah,
I like the internet, but...
Well, didn't Brinks buy out ADT? Here we are going into other stuff.
I'm not sure. I hadn't heard.
Because I knew I had ADT, now I have Brinks, and I'm trying to think. No, it's just been those two, because I've had the same thing since I bought my house.
Yeah.
But they were telling me the new thing with Time Warner that I love is I can put it on my phone.
Yep.
And do everything from my phone. I'm like, really? You don't have to come key a keypad? And they're like, no, we just come in and wire it up.
Well, that's what we got with our central heat and air I bought this summer. Or that fancy dancy thing they put on my wall. I can hook my locks on my front door, my stove, all my appliances, my outdoor lights, my indoor lights, work it from my phone to turn on my lights, to turn on my stove, to lock my doors, to unlock my doors, security cameras, the whole 9 yards. Everything through that system.
That's scary, though, because what happens if you lose your phone?
Yeah.
Or what happens if something shorts out on that panel? It's like it controls everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it would lock me in the house, and I'd be like, that's fine. And then it would shut down my internet. I'd be like, okay, now we got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Or your phone.
You can have my phone or the computer. You can't have both. One or the other. If I can't get Facebook, I will die.
Well, it was cool when we were at the beach because they had just put the system in and they came back and checked it the day after we left. My father-in-law was here, and they had it set really high because it was really hot in here because they'd been putting it in for 3 days. So before we left the beach, we went and set the AC. We set it real low, so when we got home, it'd be cool in the house.
Oh my
So
gosh.
which that saved me money while on vacation. I wasn't kicking out the AC.
Yeah, heck
And I'm
yeah.
like, that's sweet right there.
You know what's scary? My house I really didn't even know that our area had it, but my house is all electric, and the new house is electric and gas, and I didn't even know we had gas in Capel. So I had to call and get signed up for a gas account, and the lady was telling me about what the average bill was for the house, and I was like, well, see, if my electric goes down, then that'll even out. Wait a minute. And so Deegan and I are talking, he's like, Sherry, they've already got the carbon monoxide sensors in the house. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, don't you remember me playing with them? I was like, okay. Just want to make sure, because that would be my luck.
Yeah, mine too.
Like, geez, everything else that happens in my life, that'd be my luck. Oh, by the way,
That's mine too. I have a 5-year-old that's into everything. She's almost caught my house on fire twice.
oh, yeah, see, I think they used to do that stuff. We already had a scare with her just about choking on a clementine.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God, that was so scary. And then today, she's like, Daddy, take a picture of me. I'm eating an orange so Mommy doesn't know I'm choking.
That just made you feel so much better.
You little shit.
Well, I already put a makeup bag in the microwave and turned it on in the basement. And so we smell electrical and smoke, and we're running through the house looking to figure out what it was, and we see the microwave on fire. So we call the fire department, and it's the middle of a storm like this, freezing.
God.
And we're all outside.
Freezing.
Waiting for them to clear the house. Oh my God, I wanted to kill her. And then we just finally got a new microwave the other day, and she went and put the hot dogs, a pack of hot dogs, in the microwave in there and turns it on. Yes! I'm like, what are you doing? Well, I want a hot dog.
Oh my God. I have a feeling, Paisley, with this 2-story house, like right now I have to walk past her room to go to my bedroom. I have a feeling since she's going to be upstairs, I'm going to be getting a lot of exercise. So we're actually using the upstairs loft is going to be the office, which is right next to her room. So it's going to be like, I'm going to have to install a camera in her room on my computer is what I'm going to have to do.
Yep. Well, when my son was downstairs, his room was a nightmare. And I got tired of it. I got tired of going down there and scrubbing it. So he's upstairs now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm over it. It's got to quit.
Yeah. Hello, moms, give us a break.
It's like I'd rather look at the nasty than have to clean it constantly.
Right? I tell my kids, I'm like, I brought you into this world, I will take you out. I have no problem with that.
That's right. And make another look just like him.
Exactly.
I've done it 5 times. I know what I'm talking about.
Robin's telling us in the chat room that Christopher put a can of Sprite inside the microwave. I bet that was pretty.
Yeah.
Sherry, Freak did have a question in there.
I did. I saw that. Okay, so Freak's got a question for you. It'll be our first question of the night.
Woo!
Can you please tell me what you see for me currently? Wait, can you please tell me what you see for me currently see happening with the new love interest I have, para, future, and job? If you have a new love interest, God, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, she does.
I'm so out of the
Where
loop.
have you been?
Moving, packing.
I feel good about the new love interest. I feel like, what was it, love interest, career, and what was the other thing?
Love interest, para, future, and job.
I feel like the para, future, and the job are still kind of wishy-washy yet. You still got some, like water treading yet to do, some more changes to go through. But I do feel good about the relationship. I feel like you're really moving in the right direction where the relationships are concerned.
Yay! That's awesome. She needs that.
Yeah, she does.
She needs that. So, Freak, did you hear that? You got some good news there. Still got to work on the other stuff, though. At least 1 out of 3 is not bad.
Well, there's a lot of turmoil down there in Texas with the para stuff. Anyways, we'll just put it that way.
I'm biting my tongue. I'm biting my tongue. I'm biting my tongue. Biting my tongue.
I'm going to come and be the paramediator. That could be my new title, paramediator.
Paramediator. We're in trouble now. The para-terminator. I haven't.
Yeah, the way I've been feeling lately. Holy smokery.
Oh, that's what it's going to be. I'll be like, no, you don't need that.
I need to be back.
Yeah. Keep her away from any sharp objects while she's here in Texas. I'm just saying.
That's right.
I'm just saying. I'm going to see a lot of you when you're here. We're going to have some fun.
Oh my.
That's going to be trouble, though. We have our list.
Yeah.
Start with the mayonnaise jar.
Oh, my. That's what I was telling Angie. I was like, girl, it's going to be a hot mess.
At least I'll be settled. Oh, I'll be ready for it.
My daughter says, Mom, you're not going to be the one in the cart, are you?
Well, we may have to, play Chinese fire drill.
That would be cool.
And we'll have to tape it and put it on people at Walmart.
Yeah, and YouTube.
We'll see how many hits we get on that one. That would be so funny.
Oh, my God.
I wonder if we can make it paranormal related and put it on NPS on Tuesday.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
That would be hilarious.
I just got something to
Do we have any more questions? You guys can call in. I put the number on the on the Facebook page. Freak says thank you. She's all excited about her job. It's been stable for 3 months. That's what she thinks.
Good.
Tuesdays only. That's right. God. We have been having so much fun with NPS lately. It's not even funny. Wait till you guys see what we have coming up. It's just... I've been having fun with photography week this week, and then I'm doing a second part next week. So we're actually going to talk about orbs next week. So it should be very...
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's been really interesting on there. And my group's been getting a lot of really odd stuff, too, which I added you to that group.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I closed the old one and restarted a new one about 2 weeks ago and added a bunch of new people. And the dynamic is a little different. It has a completely different feel.
It's much better.
Yeah, and I'm trying to bring some new people in, psychics and sensitives and stuff, because that's how we learn from each other, getting feedback from other people. So that's keeping me busy, too.
We have a really good question in the chat room.
Okay.
Kim told me, let's see, hang on, I gotta give it back to you because I don't know if you see the chat room or not. So let's see, we were talking about, where is it? I told her, good grief, man, now I missed it, Kim. I told her to shut her pie hole. And so her question to you was, Stacy, is it possible for me to shut my pie hole?
No, not at all.
She's like, you said ask questions, gah.
Well, she is getting better as she's getting a little older.
Just a little. Just a little. We kind of calmed down in the chat room. We used to be pretty crazy in the chat room.
Well, she is getting better. I think it's that third child that kind of calmed her hormones a little bit.
I think it's the psycho cats.
It could be.
Stalker cats. Stalker cats are kind of keeping her. Now she's saying third child. Yes, Kimmy. She only had one.
All I can say is it better look like me.
Oh, we were so bad. So what do you see happening for, NPS as a whole this year? Because that's been my
big thing.
Yeah, that's my big thing going on right now. That and Mari.
It's blowing out of the water. It's gotten really huge. I was thinking about it actually yesterday. I was like, man, there's so many people in there, and everybody's so diverse.
Yeah. It's getting a little bit more where we wanted it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We don't have half as much drama on it anymore. Yeah. We don't have a lot of the arguments and stuff on there anymore, and we actually have some useful stuff coming in.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you really kind of laid down the law there not long ago. I think that's helped, but there's still some freaks in there. That's all I'm going to call it.
Pun intended.
That's all I'm going to say.
I know, we do. We still do, but, we're getting better about it, and I think each one of the reps has taken a week now to start bringing up a topic, and I think that's also changed the dynamic. It's taken us a month now, but we're starting to kind of see it come back around, so that's been really good. We're getting ready to hit 11,000 members, which is huge, and it's only 4 years old. So, I mean, that is a big deal.
Well, like I was telling you, I'm not in there a lot. I just notice it every once in a while when you post. Every once in a while something will catch my eye, but I was in there the other day. Weirdest thing in the world. And this girl was asking if there was anybody from West Virginia. And I'm like,
I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm from West Virginia. And she's like, really? What part? Well, ends up, she is from the same part of West Virginia that I am from. And she's right outside of the town I grew up in, where my family originated from. And so this other guy chimes in, oh, I'm from West Virginia too, and I'm from that town. Ends up that this guy is a cousin of mine from my birth family. And I'm like, you're kidding me. And he's also a cousin to a guy I went to school with in another town.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. He's from like Virginia now or something like that. And I'm like, you know this person and that person? Yeah. Went to school with them. Oh yeah, they're my best friend. You know this person? Yeah, I know her.
Isn't that funny?
I'm like, and like I said, I'm hardly ever in there. And I just happened to see that post, and I'm like, I woke my husband up, and I was like, you are not going to believe this.
That's like big time small world.
Yeah, I mean, from backwoods West Virginia to some national paranormal group, I'm like...
All groups. It's not like it's some big, huge... Well, it is huge. But it's not like it's this big mega thing, and all of a sudden it's like, what?
Yeah, because I'm looking at... If I had never met you, I wouldn't have been on that group, and I would have never found him.
Isn't that funny?
But the irony of it, too, is I would have never connected with him either if I didn't find out 2 years ago that the dad that raised me is not my birth father. He is related to my birth father's family that I just recently found. So it's like it all came together for a reason.
That's weird. That is so weird.
And his house was haunted as heck, so he was asking me about that too, and I was like, wow. Okay.
Crazy.
What's
okay. Becca Lynn had a question. She wanted to know what's in store for me this year. There's a question. They're laughing. They're trying to override the chat room, but you know what? You guys keep on going. I handle the NPS wall with some guys. I can handle this chat room.
Okay. Where does she live?
Becca, where do you live? Oh, wait. She says, Becca, are you in Ashland, Kentucky? See, they're talking about different kind of stuff. I'm waiting for her to type.
Okay.
Ashland, Kentucky.
Okay. And what kind of field does she work in currently?
What field are you in, Becca?
And the reason I ask these questions is because that helps me zone in with my empathic ability, which will then in turn bring out my psychic ability to be able to pinpoint.
All right, I'm waiting for her to type. Let's see. Kimmy's telling me to keep up. She's a stay-at-home mommy.
Okay. And she's wanting to know what her year is going to look like?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be a good year for her. I feel like that in general for everybody because of the black moon and the shift. But I do feel like she's going to have a good year this year. I feel like she's going to have some financial burdens that are lifted off of her this year that she's been worrying about.
That's nice.
I'm not sure where that's coming from, but that's kind of a gut pull I'm getting with this. I keep feeling my guide say something and hearing my guide say something about a child. Something significant is going to happen with one of the children. Does she have a boy that's about 4 or 5?
Becca?
It's like a sandy-haired little boy is what I'm seeing.
I'm waiting for her to type.
Okay.
No.
I'm not sure what it is, but I feel he's standing out in the crowd, and I feel like something is going to happen with him. And I don't feel like it's anything bad. But there's some reason I'm being shown him.
I wonder who he is, because she says she doesn't have a child. She has a 14, 13 boy.
Okay.
I'm waiting for her to type some more here. Kim's claiming it's her 3rd kid.
Okay. It could be.
Kimmy.
Hey, whatever.
Oh, good grief. Wait to see if Becca types any more here. Becca, was there anything else? She says if there is one, Joe will be pissed. I love our chat room. You guys are so funny sometimes. So here's a question for you. And Becca, you keep on typing if you've got some more. Okay, here she comes. Basically about my home.
Okay.
So you want to know more about what's going to happen with your home this year or your home life? See if we can kind of fine tune that one. Yeah. So your home in particular, then Becca, she just says yep. So now I got to kind of.
Okay.
So we're talking about home. We're talking about the house as the home, as opposed to the home life. Kind of clarify for me.
Sorry.
Her home this year. My home this year. I got into a mess, kind of. Okay, I see.
I got you. That's what I was picking up.
Yeah.
I picked up some financial stuff. I feel like as soon as she said home, I felt like there's some issues financially with the house. Almost like a foreclosure coming, or...
She says it's a trailer.
Okay. What I'm feeling about, I feel like there's going to be a positive outcome. And I feel like it's going to be around summer to fall time that it's going to be coming. But I also said, like earlier, I felt that there's going to be a positive income or a positive turn with the finances. So it could be something like she gets to keep the home or she moves into a bigger home. But I feel like it's going to be a financial relief and the pressure is going to be off of her.
Yeah, she just typed in the chat room she lost her parents' house.
Okay. Yeah. So that's where that change is going to be. So she's going to find some peace within the next 6 months. And that situation is going to work itself out. I mean, she'll have a home and she'll come to peace with that, losing the house and things.
And Becca, I'm going to tell you right now, Stacy's dead on with this stuff. I'm just going to tell you from personal experience.
Well, what I see for her is a white house.
There you
white
go.
House.
There you go. Mine was yellow. I didn't believe her. And the house, and I totally even... Actually, you know what? We weren't even going to go look at this house. My realtor was like, you know what? Let's go look at this one. I didn't even have it on my radar. Didn't even think about it until we were signing the lease, and I was like, the house is yellow.
Yeah. Well, I told you I didn't feel good about that condo. I just didn't feel good about it.
Yeah, well, I didn't either, and thank God we got this house to that condo.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no.
Well, I told you January things were going to start moving.
Yeah, and they have. They definitely have. Becca, she was saying she sees a white house is what she was saying. She was questioning about the white. Okay.
It's like a white older house. There's 2 posts on each side of the front door. When you walk straight to the front door center, there's a window on each side, 2 posts, has a slanted roof, has a wooden porch. It's a small, older style house.
Kind of like what do they call them? The colonials or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, but a smaller version.
Gotcha. All right, Becca, did you get that? We're going to keep this on the archive, so you can go back and double check it later. That's for sure. Okay, Kimmy has a good question here. She has a real question, she's calling it. Oh, Becca says with a red front door?
I don't see red on the front door.
Okay.
It looks white to me, but, I mean, it could have a red door. There's a reason it's all presenting white to me.
Well, I think that has something to do with the positivity of the situation coming out as well.
That's what I thought, too.
Yeah. Okay, so Kim's question, she wants to know, will anyone be showing up for our first meetup this weekend?
Para meetup?
What kind of meetup is it, Kim? Is it a para meetup? Meta Luna Metaphysical Meetup.
Okay. I feel 4 or 5 people coming. Is this the first meetup that they're having?
Yes.
I feel it's like the first one, and I think it's going to pick up motion, and each one, they're going to have more people. But I feel 4 or 5 people come into this.
So it's kind of going to be like a little snowball effect for her.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That's awesome, because the store's been doing pretty good, too.
Good.
Well, that's awesome. So I have a question for you. I have one of my clients is watching the show, and she texted me. You heard her phone go off a while ago. And it's kind of going in and out. I think it's her internet connection, but we've got some stuff going on with her case, and I'm not going to get into it on air. You and I can kind of visit with it about it afterwards. I think you and I have already talked about this one, if you remember this one.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to get some input from you on what you feel is going to kind of go forward with that case. We're kind of in a holding pattern right now.
Right.
For a particular reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of wonder what you see kind of coming up for her after we kind of talked about everything else and we were hitting the nail on the head with it.
Are we talking about her personal home or the work environment?
A little bit of both, because we're having to take care of both areas.
Right.
And I think
I'm not picking up a lot on the personal, as much as I am picking up on the work environment. And I think the reason that is because I feel like the work environment is much more severe of an issue.
Yeah.
And once I talk about the work environment, I start feeling more towards her. I think the work environment is going to be a very hard issue to deal with. It's going to take a lot. I think it's going to take more than once.
Yeah.
I worry that you're not going to be able to get it all done and cleared out and fixed before other people come into the picture without saying too much.
We've only got a week and a half.
Yeah. That's worrisome. Because this is going to take some heavy-duty time to get taken care of. And for her personal stuff, I think it's a multi-fold issue with that. Like we talked about before. I think a lot of it has to do with her and her past, her mindset, and kind of her choices, for lack of a better term. And I think she has a lot of attachments because of all that. A lot of negativity has attached itself to her.
Yep.
For example, if you have and she may not even realize it, but if you're kind of burying things from your past and you're denying things from your past, negativity will attach itself to you because they know you're just going to ignore it until the problem is so big that they can't control it. And that's what's getting now. The problem is getting so big for her, she can't control it anymore. It's freaking her out.
Yep.
So there are several steps that's going to have to be gone through to help her to get her quote-unquote fixed and to get rid of whatever this attachment is. Again, I don't feel like it's as bad as what is going on in her work environment.
Yeah.
It's two totally different things.
They just have to be beaten up at the same time.
Right. And you're going to have longer to deal with her on the personal issue. She's got a lot of steps to go through. I mean, we've got to get rid of this thing, but she's got a lot of steps to go through to protect herself so that it doesn't come back.
Yeah, and she's actually started opening up more to some of her gifts, which has been good. She's been getting some good night's sleeps, which has been really, really good and very helpful. But she's at that point right now where she's kind of questioning, why is this happening? What's going on? So we're kind of going through some thought processes there. Yeah. She did have, and I had some inside information that someone close to her had gone and got a reading from another psychic here locally that said that she was, what was the wording they used? That she was too broken to be dealing with any of this. And my response back to her was, I don't see that at all. Maybe if it had been this time last year, I might have believed it. But that she's starting to face things and realize what's really going on. I think it's just a matter of the power being within her and her igniting that fire.
But at the same time, I do realize why that psychic said that. Because from her empathic feeling, she's feeling that feeling of desperation and loss. And she was probably trying to tell her friend that it's kind of a lost cause because she didn't want her friend getting involved so much that she got herself hurt. So I kind of see why she said that, because you kind of always err on the side of caution.
Right.
I don't feel she's a lost cause.
Yeah, see, I
think it's bad, and I think there's a lot of work to be done, but I think, like you said, she is making the right steps to get where she needs to be, and she's willing to do it. I also believe, and I don't know if we've talked about this before, a lot of us that are psychics and sensitive do have spirits that attach to us for a couple reasons, because we're open and they want to talk to us and need our help, but also because we go through our entire life kind of blocking them out, because we're told that we don't have what we have.
Right.
And a lot of us come from kind of that same dysfunctional background of abuse in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like through that we've developed this higher ability.
Yep.
It's where we go to escape. And then on the other times we kind of block it out, if that makes any sense.
Yep, no, it makes total sense. Makes total sense.
I found that with a lot of people.
Well, I told her kind of, what I started when I was working on all of my stuff with Freak. Because I told her, I said, start thinking about like people like me that you just met. And kind of concentrate. And then, throughout the day or throughout the week, if something comes to mind when you're thinking about me, text it to me and I'll tell you if you're right or not.
Yeah.
And so she did that. And so when we had our first meeting with her, it was like early in the week. And I can't remember if it was that night or the next night. I got a text from her that just said peanut butter. And I started laughing. And I texted her back and I said, yes. And she texted back and she's like, creamy. And I'm like, my favorite's crunchy, to eat it straight on stuff. But I really like creamy peanut butter too. And I started laughing and I said, see, I told you. You just have to be able to have a good focus.
And you're exactly right. That's what I tell my trainees. Is you have to learn to trust it on some level. And when I first did your show and a couple other shows, that was the thing I was struggling with, and I know I talked about it, is that I used to always have the spirit tell me something 3 times before I relayed it to the client.
Yeah.
And that was my form of trust. As I've gotten better at it, I just have to trust that what I'm being given is factual.
Yeah.
And I have to just lay it out. It's for the client to figure out. And once you learn to trust yourself, then you will start believing in yourself and start, giving out that information. Who cares if you're wrong? Who cares if you say your shoes are red and they're actually black?
Yeah.
We're all going to make mistakes, and it's all up to interpretation. We're like artists. Everybody paints the picture different. And as long as the meaning is the same, that's what's important.
Mm-hmm. Well, and who knows? It could have been that it was something else red, not particularly shoes. It could have been that the color meant something and not the shoes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It could be kind of, mixed in. And so that's kind of what I told her. I said, you need to, the other thing that Deegan and I love to do, and it's kind of like a competition now, is we go to the store and we guess how many items we've picked up without counting them. We guess what our total's going to be, and we guess what the cashier's name's going to be. And he's always like within $5, and I'm always off. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
That's because you're too anxious, girl. You got to settle down.
Yeah, whatever. Well, he's really good with numbers, and I'm just like, 60. He'll be like, it's $54.38, and I'll be like, God damn it, not like $2 off. I'm like, ugh. I'll be better with the names and stuff like that, but he's, dead on numbers. Dead on numbers, but what's up?
You just got to start, if you're getting something, put it out there. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. At least you know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's
but you have to put it out there because you have to have something to start with or manipulate, and it may be something that means nothing to you, but it means everything to your client.
Yep, I agree. So is that a ghost behind you, or is that a Deegan?
That's ink. Man, this is 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, he's going to show his face.
See, it's truly DNS today.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Look at that. Run, boy, run. Laughing like a ball.
Did you see the smile before he turned around?
Yeah. He's going to have a hard time when I come to Texas because I'm going to just ride him.
Yeah, it's going to be, usually we just see the ink. You got to see all of him. It's so funny.
I don't know about all that.
All of him. Oh my God, it's so funny. I tell you what, last week he didn't even notice that I had done the Diva Live thing until like the day after. He was like, oh really? Oh really? And I was like, I'm just saying, you never make an appearance on. I should have him as a guest on the show to get him.
There you go. There you go.
God, whatever.
That would be an interesting show. What could we talk about with Deegan?
He'd be like, look, I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Mm-hmm.
He'd just be sitting there. Mm-hmm.
At least he ain't on the Xbox.
Oh, yeah. No, he got rid of the Xbox, thank God.
Oh, Jesus.
Scott.
Yeah, Xbox. I'm going to take you to Xbox. Xbox and Yingling.
We just get them all. We get them all. Oh, now we're being told to straighten up. Eric's over there playing Xbox.
Not you two.
What are you doing? Is that what he's doing?
Yeti. We're so bad. So what do you see? We got, like 15 minutes. Let's spend some time since you people in the chat room aren't asking any more questions, rolling my eyes. What do you see going forward this year for DNS? Where do you see us, kind of ending up towards the end of the year?
I see a lot of changes for you going on.
Oh, Lord.
I feel like over the next month or so, you're going to kind of cool your heels a little bit. I don't think you're going to completely step out because you need to take that cooling off period. For one, because your life is busy, personal life. And for two, because there's a lot of drama down there in Texas. So you got to take that breathing room.
I need a big bottle of vodka.
I'm telling you. Oh, my. But I do feel like that cooling off period is going to be fine. And then I feel like you're going to really start picking up come summer.
Yeah, I have a feeling, I'm thinking April, May for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
After you come into town, after that, I'm kind of, for some reason, I keep sensing something around Easter, and I don't know why.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling.
June feels hot for me, for you. Like, as in really, really busy. I think the thing that's going to have to happen with you is you're going to have to find your right combination. The right combination of work and not working, and the right combination of people.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to really have to find some people that you trust and get together with. And I'm trying to push some people in your direction.
Yeah, one of them came my direction. We'll be
Good.
talking.
Good.
Be talking.
Well, I mentioned her to you a while back, and then I talked with her about you the other day. So I think that would be a really good combination.
Mm-hmm.
You both are very similar in personality. She's a little bit more laid back.
That's trouble. Yeah, I'm high maintenance. I'm a 9. Isn't that right, Robin?
Well, it's funny because Angie, my friend here, she and I are like you and her. Like, Angie's high maintenance. She's like, girl, when we go down to Texas, we are not staying in No Comfort Inn. We are going to the Hyatt. I'm like, you know what? You're paying for it. I ain't paying for the Hyatt. So, yeah, I'm more like the other girl, and Angie's more like you. Oh, my God. She's so high-strung.
You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble.
I think Texas is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, in more ways than one, that's for sure.
I told my husband, I said, if you get a call from the police station, just know
somebody's going to have bail money for us.
Got in trouble.
Robin says next year I'm going to have a numerology show because I've really gotten into numbers.
Oh, I like
you know what? Hey, Robin, what's a 7? Type me in the chat room what a 7 is, and I'll tell you in a minute why. Let's see. Diva needs to ask Robin's question. Where was Robin's question? How did I miss it? Pin saying there's too many Thelma and Louises here tonight.
Oh, my.
Up there. Okay, I'm looking. Where's Robin's question? Robin, why does yours always come out? Oh, hers is green. Kim's is dark. Okay, hang on. Lives on fantasies, intense dreamer, benevolent. That's my house number. My new house number is a 7. My current house number is a 5, which is good for me, but my new house number is going to be a 7. It adds up to a 7. Okay, Robin, where did I miss your question? I'm scrolling up.
Mine would be a 2. If you add all my numbers together, that'd be 2.
You'd be a 2?
Yeah, my house number.
What's your birthday?
3/21. 3/21. March 21st.
So, a 3. She retyped it. Okay. Now I see. I didn't see that question earlier. Shame on you guys for getting onto me. Okay. Robin's question. I am buying a house. Does Stacy see anything around it?
See anything like spiritual wise?
Robin. Come on, girl. I know you can type fast. Any visual on it?
Where is it located at?
Oh, okay.
What
She
state?
says
What
any
city?
visual on it, any issues. It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Is it a brown house?
Yeti. Yeti says he sees a yard around it. Be nice.
Wow, he's a visionary. I see a brown house, and I believe it might have 2 stories. And it feels like it's,
She says the one that she really wants is brown. Robin, did you decide between those 2 houses yet?
it feels like it's like wood on the outside, like a wooden side, like clapboard or wooden siding, or maybe even log. But if it's brown, like a darker brown color.
All right, come on, Robin. She says, I want another one, but might be buying a church. Okay, why is Stacy picking up on brown? Yes, that's the big one Sherry saw. Okay. So the brown one is the one that I saw.
And it does have a big yard around it. Down the sides, across the front, like you have a driveway that comes up to the front of it, and it's kind of a big yard in front.
She says, yes, it's like logs.
There you go.
3.5 acres.
Yeah, it's big because there's a big plot of land, and I see like field behind it, like meadow almost. Like the you can see the yard where the grass is cut, and you see the taller grass behind it.
3.5 acres circular.
Yeah. Is it near water? Like a lake or a pond? I feel water.
I'm waiting. Is it near water, Robin?
And I feel like it's 3 or 4 bedrooms.
It has 3 bridges with water.
Okay. Yeah, that's the house. That's the one.
See, and that's the one that she really wants.
That's the one I see. I see her being able to afford that house. I think financially things are going to be okay with her in that house.
Yeah, I love that one too, Robin. She loves that one. I mean, that one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow.
I feel her having an office or working out of their house. Working from there.
I'm waiting on her.
I see a fireplace possibly inside of it because I see her in a sweater and I see a fire going and just her smiling and happy.
She says, yes, it's going to be for spiritual retreats.
Good.
2 fireplaces.
Yep.
So it sounds like it's got some good stuff about it.
It got a good vibe because when you come in, I see like almost like a living room to the right and a big. I feel like it's a stone fireplace, and then back is a dining room, kitchen like area, and I feel like office is off from there, and I feel like there's like it's either a big window or like a patio door on the back to go outside.
So when are we going to have our retreat at this house? How soon is she getting this house so we can plan our retreat?
Vacay.
She said it's 6,000 square feet. There's 3 living rooms.
Good. Yeah, this one's off to the right of the front door, and I see her standing there, like walking from the kitchen area in, and I feel like the countertop, there's like an island in the kitchen, and it's granite, like a brownish colored granite.
So is she going to have this year, or is it going to be next year?
I think it's going to be this year. I feel like she's going to do updates to it, though. Like it's maybe a little older and it needs some updates, and like whoever had it before didn't take care of it as well as they should have.
She's saying it's available now. She would have to move quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on typing, Robin. She will do it all over.
Yeah. She has to, because I feel like the granite countertops she puts in, they're not existing. And I feel like there's updates. And the fireplace in that room that I saw, it was like the big rocks, like stone all over the front of it, clear to the ceiling, and from the floor to the ceiling. And it's really wide. And there's a wooden mantle, like a log.
She said, yes, imported from Italy.
Yep. Yeah, she needs to move, and she needs to move quick.
Yeti wants to know if you work for Remax. Behave!
No.
It's all cathedral ceilings.
Yeah,
I mean, just the outside of this house is gorgeous. I can imagine the inside.
Yeah. Yep. Has she thought about or talked about having horses there? Or is there a barn there? Because I see to the left, when you're facing the house, I see to the left of the house like horses in a pasture, maybe a barn. Almost like therapy horses or something that people can ride.
She says no, she's allergic to all animals.
Wonder if
What
somebody had
neighbors?
horses here before.
It's a brand new house.
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean the land's new. I feel like there's been horses there because I see like dark brown and lighter brown horses, and even a black horse.
She said there could be a few houses in the area.
Yeah. It's probably previous, before the house was built.
It could have been that the land
Yeah.
was used for like a farm or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. There's,
Well, next year she'll message and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm getting therapy horses."
yeah, right.
Like,
Right.
what?
She's gonna be like, this was a spiritual retreat, and I decided to bring horses in because they're just so calming. And we're gonna be like, when was that show?
Yeah, what was that? Let's pull that one up.
She's telling me, no, she cannot go near animals.
Just because she has them don't mean she got to go near them.
Yeah,
That's
really.
when you hire yourself a sexy ranch hand.
There you go. And a cabana boy, and yeah.
That's
Now
right.
Now the show's gonna go.
That's why you put it in a pool so you can get a pool boy too.
Exactly. We gotta have it all. Come on, you said it was a spiritual retreat, Robin. It's going downhill. What do you expect the 9 to do? I mean, come on.
God.
We are so bad. She's getting Bill Bean. Oh my god. Bad. Let's go back. Okay, Robin, I think you started typing what a 3 was a while ago. What was a 3 again so I can tell Stacy? I didn't have both you guys on at the same time. If she wasn't joking. Oh my. You're gonna have to let me know when that happens. Bill Bean. Have you met Jason Belchek from...
I've not met him, but I've talked to him.
You know who I'm talking about? He loves Bill Bean. That's why I started laughing my ass off. Okay, she said 3 is a spiritual growth. Must become a teacher. Wait, was it Paisley? What? Paisley at 3? Hang on. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Paisley's...
Amy enough to be a teacher.
She says if she doesn't buy that house, she will buy a church and Bill will be working with her. Well, you're going to have Jason all over Bill. I'm telling you that right now. She says 3 must become a teacher. But, it doesn't have to be like a teacher, like a school teacher type. It has to be like
Life
an
coaching work?
Because that's exactly what Paisley was. Where are my notes?
After life coaching works.
I can't see Stacy as a rabbi. I can see her as a therapist and teaching that. Where is my...
Well, I did seriously think about getting my ordained minister.
There it is.
So,
Because I know that's exactly what Paisley was. Most often will change their view on religious belief.
who, me?
That's what a 3 is. Rabbi means teacher. God, I wish I could find... We have the notes from him.
Wow.
I wrote it on my purple pad, and the only one I have sitting here is my pink one. That's what I get. So yeah, that's what a 3 is.
Wonder what the number 6 means for me.
Robin, what's 6? Love, peace, and tranquility.
That works.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
No crazy or chaos. 6 is the lover.
God, I hope.
She says 6 is the opposite of Sherry.
Oh, holy Christ.
That's awesome.
Oh, shoot. I always knew you were a hard ass.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Oh, Robin, if you only knew.
Bro, if you only knew.
What's Ireland's birthday?
Actually, it's Friday, 2/14.
So she's a 5. She's the same as Deegan. I kind of almost expected her to be a 9.
She's a hot mess. Wow. Her and my 19-year-old. Wow. It's like, if I would have had them first, I would have had no more.
Oh, yeah. Dumb.
Wow.
I told you, Robin, I'm like into these numbers now.
Well, see, Megan's a 5 too. And how ironic is that? Because Megan's birthday is December 23rd.
Yeah, she's a 5 too.
And her and Megan, Ireland and Megan are like two of a kind.
Yep, that's
Drama,
it.
drama.
What's Scott?
Well, his birth date is 3/9.
He's 9.
Yeah. What does 9 mean again? You're a 9, aren't you? Oh, God. I can see that.
Yeah, you're 9. Oh, my
No
God.
wonder he's so uptight.
You're a 5.
We are so bad. We are so bad. 9s rule the world, though. I mean, if it wasn't for us,
0, 3, plus 2.
I think
I
everything
do
was
not
just
rule the
like,
world. He likes to think he does. I rule the world.
no, that's my job.
They're doing it. No.
That is my job. My
He
job.
don't know how to change his underwear unless he asks me permission.
Robin says 9 will rule the world.
Yeah, okay, good luck with that, Scott.
It's a diva thing. It's a diva thing. Sorry, Scott, you're gonna have to move over because I'm not only a 9, I'm a Scorpio.
Scott, you're a diva, I guess.
What's a male diva? A Devo? Could he be a Devo?
Yeah, he can wear those little red hats like the band did.
Oh, you know what? We need to Photoshop that.
You put a picture of the two together. You with your pen and him with his red hat.
Oh. She thought she was the diva tonight. You're only the diva of the chat room. Oh, they're talking about peeps. You guys, do you know that there's Valentine's peeps?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
we're all over the place with this show. I love peeps. Oh, I saw them tonight. I don't need them, but I wonder if they have peep flavored.
You gotta have one for every occasion.
Heck yeah, man. Heck
And not
yeah.
just one, like 12 boxes.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why?
I can't have my peeps.
Oh my God.
I might go into a diabetic coma, but hey.
I used to not like him, and then Nathan came home with them for Easter one year, and oh my God. That's like our thing now. We always have peeps at Easter.
I love peeps.
Gotta have them. All right, so how can people find you? I know you're doing readings and stuff. Mid-Ohio Mediums. Do you want them to find you on the website or on Facebook?
They can do either one. It's www.midohiomediums.com. I have the Facebook group Mid-Ohio Mediums, and I also have Psychic Medium Stacy White on Facebook. And then my office.
Stacy, look at my page and look at the DNS pages. We've got clicks there too.
Yeah, you can always call my office. So I get a lot of crazy calls.
You guys don't drive her crazy. She's got a lot of 6 going on in her life right now, so don't drive her crazy.
Yeah, you got that right. Well, I usually I'll let the voicemail get it if I don't if it's not a number or a name I recognize, and then I'll just return the call. I usually return calls within 24 hours. I don't answer after 9 p.m. and I don't answer before 8 a.m. So unless it's an emergency and I know that you're getting ready to call and it's after hours or before hours, I will definitely answer. But and I got kids to get to school in the morning and bed.
To live too.
Yeah. Somebody called me at 10 o'clock last night, and I'm like, what in the snap?
Seriously?
Yeah. It was a private call. I was asleep, and Scott come running, and I was like, he goes, it's your office. I'm like, Scott, it's after 9. I don't answer after 9.
That's what voicemail's for. Have a message. Seriously.
Yep, exactly. I think it was that one woman that keeps wanting free readings. When I told you from Georgia.
Yes. Oh, God. People just
Yeah,
kill me. All right, well, let's wrap it up. So you guys check Stacy out. I'll put a link on the page. We'll have the link to the archive tomorrow because I know my client just texted me and she said that she's kind of in and out on hearing what we were talking about with her, so I told her I'd have the archive up for her tomorrow. But yeah, Mid-Ohio Mediums, you guys can get a hold of Stacy. If you can't find her, which I don't know why you couldn't, send me a message on Facebook or send it on the DNS Live Facebook page or the DNS Paranormal Crew page, and I'll get you hooked up with Stacy. Stacy, thanks again for being on. You and I will visit as soon as I get settled and moved, because I'm sure we'll catch up on my case and get all that going. But in the meantime, take care of yourself, and I will see you soon.
Okay, you too. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys, next week on the show, we're going to have Brandy Her on. She has her new book out, Haunted Granbury, and DNS Paranormal Crew is mentioned in the book, which is kind of awesome. So we're going to talk to her about her book, and she is going to be doing some appearances with the book and some book signings here locally, so you guys can check that out as well. So that'll be next week's show, and we will be doing our show for the first time from the new place. So want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Jeremy with Paranologies, who is going a little crazy, coming up with some new stuff for us, which I think is awesome. And we want to give a shout out to Scott Frederick, photography, and all of his work. And thank you again, Scott, for not only letting me use those pictures for DNS, but also for NPS. You guys will see his photos on the NPS graphics as well. So until next week, you guys, hopefully I'm not too sore and I'm not too worn out.